and give it another shot. I was asking Dana off air about A-Rod. And he started telling me a pretty great story, and I said, stop. I want to hear the rest of it on air. I just asked you about A-Rod and, what's going on with him, and then you said that he's like, what? I didn't want to put words in your mouth.
I said A-Rod's my man. He always will be, man.
Yeah.
And I'm a Red Sox fan. It's not a Yankees thing, but, I was diagnosed with menieres disease, which is basically nerve damage to your inner ear.
How do you get that? Are you just born with it?
No, you get it from being punched. You get it from being punched. You get it from a lot of cops and military guys get it from shooting and the loud noise from shooting. A lot of rock stars get it, and guys that are in bands get it. It's basically you do damage to that nerve, and what it does is the nerve starts telling the brain that you're moving when you're not. And when you get these attacks, you literally, I'm telling you, you go down like you got shot by a fucking sniper, man. It's crazy. You go
feel
down.
Nauseous or how
you puke. You puke. If you don't close your eyes and get in a dark room, you will puke your brains out.
Oh, so is it like being like a dizzy feeling?
Yeah, no, it's vertical. You start spinning. The room starts spinning.
Oh my God, radio guys!
Like your worst.
I betcha. I'm turning down my headphones.
The worst. It's the worst thing you could ever imagine. A lot of people commit suicide to get it.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's real bad. So there's no cure for it. There's no cure. They try to do things. There's a surgery where they can put a stent in there, and I did that surgery.
We saw the video.
Yeah.
That video was horrific.
There's a surgery where they go. It's basically brain surgery, is what it is. They drill through your skull, get inside there, and they insert this tube. And there's another one where they go even deeper, and they cut the nerve itself, and you have to learn how to walk again.
Jeez.
After they cut that nerve.
Oh my God! Now they didn't cut the nerve for you.
No, I didn't cut the nerve. I went for the stent, and it actually made me worse. I went from having attacks every once in a while to having attacks every day, and then it also gave me tinnitus. And tinnitus is the constant loud ringing of the ear. Your ear just rings really loud all the time.
I had that. That's terrible. I've gotten that. I've gotten the woozy thing too.
Really?
I've definitely gotten that. Where
when sober?
Exactly. Oh no! See, no, it was from constantly drinking. Wait a minute.
Sorry.
No, I've gotten that before. Where I'll be working on something, working on some equipment in downstairs, and I'll have to go like this, maybe turn sideways, and totally disoriented, where you're completely spun around. You got to shut your eyes, go look up, straighten your head out, and then it's gone. But not totally gone, just still a little woozy.
That could be, symptoms of it coming out. How long ago? When's the last time you had? Listen to me talking to him like I'm a doctor. So when was the last time you had these things?
This happened for years and years and years, on and off.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's terrible.
It could be, but when you get this, you're down for hours. Some people are down for days sometimes.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah, when I would get an attack, I'd be down for 9-10 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
At what point after surgery did you realize, oh my God, it didn't work? How long did it take you to realize, fuck, it made it worse?
A couple months.
Oh, a while later, okay.
Yeah, well, no, I knew I was, because after that surgery, you recovering from that is brutal. I was still, I literally did that surgery, flew home the next morning, and then flew to Chicago for the UFC on Fox Chicago fight. So I kept right on going.
Well, you hit it pretty well, because your work ethic everyone knows about. So I can't imagine you being down and out for 9 hours.
I was toughing through it. But my life, the year after that happened to me, my life was so different. I literally couldn't do anything, man. I was just down and out. I didn't work out for over a year.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, it was driving me crazy. So I was literally at the point where I'd just given up, and I said, this is going to be the rest of my life. This is my life now.
Brutal.
My quality of life is over. It's just not ever going to be what it was before. So I get a call from A-Rod, and Kobe Bryant had sent him out to Dusseldorf, Germany. His knee and back. They do this stuff out there where they take your blood, and they do what's called spinning. And I'm no doctor, so I can't really explain exactly what they do. But they take your blood, they incubate it, they spin it, and then they inject it back into you 10 hours later. And I got the injection on Sunday. I flew back to Vegas from Germany, and that was Sunday. I landed, I went to bed, got up, I had to fly to Stanford. I spoke at their business school on Monday, and I didn't really feel any different. Flew back home, worked a little, went to bed, woke up Tuesday morning, and felt like fucking Superman. I'm not kidding you, man. I felt like I could fly to work. I could have flew to work that Tuesday. And from that day on to right now, my life has been exactly the same as it was before I had the surgery.
How long ago was this that you got it, the final?
I've had, so what happens is when you fly out there, they take so much blood. It's funny because they're sitting there and they're like, do you have a problem, giving blood or whatever? I said, no, it doesn't bother me at all. So I'm sitting there, the girl sticks the needle in me. I'm like, God damn, that hurt. This chick doesn't know what she's doing. I look down, they got a Slurpee straw in my friggin' arm. The needle is so big, and the blood just flies out of your arm. And they literally fill up 3 Fiji bottles, that size.
Right.
Full of blood. And it literally takes, 30 seconds to fill this whole thing up. They bandage your arm up. I had a huge bruise. This whole inside of my arm became, yellow, black, and blue and purple, and then you go hang out in your hotel, kick around Dusseldorf, Germany for 10 hours, and you go back and they give you the shot. And
wait, now they incubate some of your blood, obviously not all of it, but they just take that much of your blood and they incubate it and they do something to it.
All of it, because they end up making, with the blood they take, they end up making 2 shots.
It concentrates down to a certain
to 2 little shots,
to 2 shots,
super shots.
Man. Yeah.
And what's in those shots? Just your blood?
Yeah, your blood and. I can't remember what it's called. I'll get you the book.
Yeah,
I'll get you the book so you can check it out. But
because now Jimmy wants this done.
Well, here's the thing. The thing is, here's their philosophy out there, is that as we get older, everything that we have, including some of these diseases that are out there, like Parkinson's and other things, are due to inflammation. Inflammation is what starts to break us down, from arthritis to joint pain to even, they said, what was giving me the attacks with the nerve was inflammation. Inflammation starts to get the nerve irritated. Jeez. And it's just, I'm telling you guys, it's amazing. So the crazy part about this is you have to be referred to these guys. You can't just go out there. You have to be referred. So A-Rod refers me. I fly out there, and my life's been different ever since. It's unbelievable, right?
So you didn't have to go back, right? It was that one trip?
I flew back. I went back twice. I flew back 3 months later and got the second shot. So I did 2 shots. I did the first one, flew back 3 months later, and got the second one.
Oh, when they incubate it down to 2 shots, and they hold one for 3 months?
Exactly.
Oh, they don't give you both.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the blood that they do is good for 6 months. Mm-hmm. So you got 6 months to get back there to get the second shot. I felt so good. I said, fuck it, I'm going out there. I was going to fly back the next week and do it. So I went out there and got it done. And the funny part of this story is, when you look at who they've helped, that, George Clooney apparently couldn't lift his shoulders up over his head. Clooney's been out there. Pope John Paul couldn't kneel anymore, so Pope John Paul did it. And it started he had Parkinson's disease, and I guess they get tremors or whatever their attacks are. He was having no attacks before he passed away eventually. And then, golfers, Kevin Durant from OKC, every soccer player out in Europe, and the list goes on of all these people that they
all
do.
Believe. Wow.
So you think about healthcare here in the United States, right? And all they want to do here is cut you and put you on pills. They don't really fix anything. They just sort of mask all the problems. And these guys are out there actually curing people in Germany. The level of medicine there and the level of medicine here is night and day.
Why don't they bring it to the States?
It's illegal here. I have no idea.
I know.
Why?
If it's working for people.
Here's the craziest part. Let me get to this part, right? So Clooney, all these actors and actresses and athletes and all these people, the one thing I never asked is, how much does this cost? Right? Sure. I didn't give a shit. I just wanted to get out there, and if this thing was going to work for me, I'm in, right? So I get out there, and the other thing, the attention, you get there, the first day you get there, they do this full MRI of your body, your brain, your spine, everything. And the doctor literally sits with you and goes organ by organ and tells you, what's going on with you, and looks at all your stuff. And then I went in and saw an ear, nose, and throat specialist. Then I saw the doctor who does the actual blood work. And I must have saw 4 doctors, and they spent hours with me over a 2-day period.
Oh, man.
Right? Yeah, so you're thinking, holy shit. So finally he goes through the whole last thing, and they're about to take my blood, and he says, any other questions? And I'm like, yeah.
How much does this cost?
What's this going to cost? And he goes, we'll take care of that at the end. I go, I'm kind of curious and would like to know right now. So he says, hold on. He goes in the other room, comes back, 7,500 euros.
That's it?
That's 10 grand.
Yeah.
7,500 euros.
That's not.
So this isn't something that
right.
you're right, that it's only for the super wealthy can go there and get them. Anybody could do it. Especially anybody who has Meniere's disease, only people who have Meniere's disease know what it's like to go through it. And anybody would come up with 10 grand. If you had to take a loan out to go get your life back, you would do it. And then, they're helping people with Parkinson's. The first guy I called when I landed in the States was Freddie Roach. I told Freddie Roach, Freddie, I'm telling you, go try this thing, man. I don't know if he's done it, but I set him up to do it. I don't know if he has.
So have you had an attack since?
No,
Nothing.
No,
wow, that's
I am
a
healed,
miracle.
man. I'm like 100%. My life, and that whole time that I was going through it, you can't eat salt. You're not allowed to drink alcohol. There's a lot of things that will aggravate it. I've been eating salt and drinking plenty of alcohol, and I'm good.
One last question: do you have to go back to keep it up, or you're good?
Yeah. Well, what they said is, obviously, ride this thing. First of all, when I went there, they didn't know if it would help me or not. There wasn't like, oh yeah, this is definitely going to help you.
Right.
Yeah, they didn't know if it would or not, and they said, but I'll tell you what, we'll give this thing a shot. We'll see how it goes. And they said people that they had done who had Meniere's disease had less than one attack a month after doing this thing. So they don't give you any guarantees. They don't say, oh, this is the magic pill. Yeah. Spend your 7,500 euros and this is going to work.
Good for you,
we have
man.
no idea. We'll
Good
see.
for you.
But after your second treatment, do they say, like you said, the first one, they say, okay, you got to come back in 3 months. But after that second one, is there a time frame, or they say, now we see how it goes?
Now we play it by ear.
Just ride it out.
If anything starts to happen to you again, call us. We'll get you back in, and we'll do it again.
And how much time since your second one?
It's been a while now. I don't know how long. Oh no, it's been 7 or 8 months.
So if worst case scenario, if you got to go once or twice a year, you've gotten your life for once or twice a year.
No doubt about it.
Pretty fucking amazing.
It's amazing.
And it's annoying that they won't do it here. There's probably some garbage FDA excuse because, like you said, they want to keep you on pills. And if this is wiping stuff out.
Not only that, and you can blame the FDA, but you also got to blame all the fucking litigious United States that we have. So the FDA passes this through, it goes through, somebody sues, and now, it's all about that. So they need every little stamp of approval from the FDA so they don't.
So go to Germany, enjoy yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, seriously.
It's true. It's true, man.
Plan a little trip.
This place is open 7 days a week. They said weekends it's just packed with Americans.
Really?
Well, everyone is calling. They're like, give us the website, the place.
That's amazing.
Everyone wants to book a trip.
I do. Well, you got to be referred for this one.
Yeah, you have to be referred to them. Yeah.
And that's the only place in the world they do it?
That's the only place I know of, and that's where everybody's going. And there's places here in the United States because people have said, oh, they do the same thing in the United States. No, they don't. Trust me. It's not the same. You think, all these actors and athletes are flying to Dusseldorf, Germany because they're doing the same thing here in the United States?
Go to Beverly Hills somewhere.
Not even close.
Happening.
But that's what they're doing. So what's happening now is this place in Germany is opening all these places. They have a place in Beverly Hills. So you go to the place in Beverly Hills, they do all the testing there. They test you, they do all the MRIs, and then they fly you to Dusseldorf to do the shots. So you don't have to do all that stuff there.
Did Kobe and A-Rod get this done? For their injuries?
Yeah, tons of guys have.
And did it make A-Rod hit the ball better?
Well, no, it's not about hitting the ball better. It's about his knee and his back were messed up.
Right.
Yeah, and that's what these guys specialize in. That's what they really do. They're joint and bones and things like that is what they do.
In general.
Yeah. But as they continue to do more studies, they're finding out that inflammation is the cause to a lot of our problems as we get older.
So how do we knock down our inflammation?
You fly to Dusseldorf.
But there's nothing else we could do with supplements or anything else we could do now?
I don't think so.
It's
part of the human structure as we start to get older.
Yep.
Right.
That's what happens to us. We start to.
Wow.
I'm emotionally inflamed.
Yeah, Rogan's going. Rogan's got back problems, and Rogan's going out there. I got him set up.
It works on apes.
He's trying to have the hair on. He wants to have his arms raised. Human length. The fucking savage. I watch him walk around with his chain wallet, and I'm like, am I competing genetically with him?
I know.
Horrifying.
Fucking Joe is the best, man.
We love Joe, man.
Totally.